One of the best and easiest ways to create more time on the tennis court for yourself is through using early preparation. Now, if you've ever been to an event where you've seen the best players in the world play, two things always stand out for me. And number one is, of course, the amount of power that the players can produce, the amount of racket speed that you see a player like Federer producing. But number two is how early they actually prepare for their shots. And it's a skill in itself, being disciplined to prepare early enough to actually create time for yourself. Now, the earlier we prepare, the easier it will be for us to have a full swing and still make contact out in front of our body. Now, if you watch a lot of players at club level, they often wait for the ball to bounce on their side before they start that preparation. So everything is rushed, everything is late, simply because they have that late preparation. And if we see a player like Stan Wawrinka, who is so quick and so disciplined with just getting the racket back, preparing as quickly as he can, he then creates time. And time is such a valuable commodity, as we've said before. Now, being able to prepare early all comes back to tracking the ball coming off your opponent's strings. If I'm not tracking the ball, I won't recognize if it's coming to my forehand or to my backhand side. However, if I'm seeing the ball coming off my opponent's strings, I'll be able to then see it's coming to my forehand or it's coming to my backhand. And that will help me then initiate that early preparation. So it's a skill and it's a discipline. Discipline yourself to actually start that preparation as early as possible, as soon as you recognize which side the ball is coming to. If it's coming to the forehand, it's forehand, or it's backhand. Another way that we can actually increase the amount of time that we have on the court and feel much better about our timing and improve our timing is to reduce the backswings on our strokes. Very often players struggle with hitting the ball in front of their body. They struggle with the timing because their swings are too big. When you think about coming to the net, if the opponent hits the ball hard and you have a big backswing on your volleys, you end up hitting the ball on side of you, late, everything feels wrong. It's almost impossible for you to actually make contact out in front because the timing is reduced. You have less time to prepare for that volley. On the return of serve, the same is true. If I'm trying to return a big serve and I'm having a big backswing, those just don't work together. Now, if I have plenty of time, if I'm playing on a slow court, if I'm playing on clay, for example, the ball is bouncing high, I have plenty of time to actually have my normal big backswing. But if I'm playing on a grass court and the player has sliced it and the ball is chiseling through the court, and I use that same clay court style, I'm going to be in deep trouble. That's why so often the clay court players are great on clay, but terrible on the fast courts, and the players who are very good on fast courts are not so good on clay. But it's important that we're actually able to change our backswings. Now, at one level, the backswing that you're currently using might work. So against a player who's a 4.0 or 4.5, they might be giving you the amount of time that you require to actually have that big preparation with your forehand and with your backhand. If you start to play 5.0s, 5.5s who hit the ball much harder and give you less time, that big swing might cost you the match. The main goal is making contact out in front, and if that means that I have to shorten my backswing to still time it out in front, then that's what I have to do. So very often, just by reducing the backswings, the timing will improve right away. You'll be able to actually meet that ball out in front. Another way that we can actually improve our timing and produce more time for ourselves on the court is to focus on being intense the first few steps when we're moving to a ball. Now, very often when we have a ball that comes with very little pace, those kind of easy balls, often players will relax and they'll think, oh, I have plenty of time, and they get to the ball late because they're not actually thinking, I have to still be intense in reaching this ball. This doesn't just happen on those easier balls, it often happens in just normal rally situations. Players will think, oh, I have plenty of time, I can take my time, the first few steps can kind of be slow, and then I'll pick it up. Whereas the good players, those first few steps are intense, they're creating time for themselves with being intense those first 4 or 5 feet, and then they can start to slow down and be a bit more relaxed prior to actually setting up for their shot. So if it's coming to my forehand, what I don't want to be doing is nice and casual and then having to rush to then make up for lost ground. I want to be intense those first few steps, so it's forehand and I get to the ball quickly. Or if it's coming to my backhand, it would be the same intensity. It's backhand and I'm getting there quickly. I'm creating time with those first few steps, and this will then give me more options on the ball, but it will also help me to stay more relaxed because I'll have time to then set up properly. So focus on being quick and being super intense when you firstly realize if it's coming to your forehand or to your backhand. The initial steps to the ball, be super intense there. If it's coming to my forehand, and I'm creating time. If it's coming to the backhand, creating time. If you can do this, you'll then create more time for yourself on the shots, it will give you more options, and you'll feel much more in control. Now, if you want more help from us, you can check out our YouTube channel, which is Top Tennis Training, and we have also our website, which is toptennistraining.com. Signing off, Coach Simon from TTT. All the best, and see you soon, guys. Take care.